Hey, number ones, welcome to Metatrans Academy. So we did Portuguese, we did Spanish. Let's go for French. Can this Italian muppet understand French? Well, here's the thing. I did study French, okay? So I am kind of cheating a little bit. But I will tell you, because I'm a linguist, I will be able to tell you what I would have understood even without the training. I know that sounded arrogant, I apologize for it. But just to frame it, okay, I can see myself understanding it. I can tell you whether or not I would have understood it without the training. That I can do. So let's jump into it.
Salut les amis, bienvenue dans un nouvel épisode d'Easy French. Si vous voulez progresser en français, il faut que vous regardiez cette vidéo jusqu'à la fin.
All right, so I understood everything, but that's because of my training. So she of course said, welcome, but you can read the subtitles out there. I understood what she said. I understood every word. But il faut, I wouldn't have understood as a way to say you must, you have to do something, because it's very different from Italian. So when she said that, I know it because I studied it. Otherwise, if she said, like, if she used another expression, like vous doivez or tu dois, if she said that, because it's closer to dovere in Italian, I could have understood, but il faut que, like someone has to do something, impossible to understand for an Italian unless you're trained. And then à la fin, to watch until the end. How did she say it, in fact?
En français, il faut que vous regardiez cette vidéo jusqu'à la fin.
Jusqu'à la fin. So, la fin, if you see it written as an Italian, you'll understand it, because it's written F-I-N, as you can see, la fin. But the problem is that in Italian it's pronounced fine, right? With an added E at the end is pronounced E. So recognizing la fine when it's pronounced la fin with this very nasalized sound is difficult for Italians. Il faut que vous regardiez cette vidéo jusqu'à la fin. Also, jusqu'à, believe it or not, just until the end kind of sounds like it. So I think it's my English that is helping me a little bit there.
Aujourd'hui, vous allez apprendre à exprimer la nécessité en français. C'est parti!
Okay, excellent. So today you're going to learn how to express need, necessity, it's the closer one to English, in French. And then she said, let's go. So how difficult was this expression? Aujourd'hui, for today, no, I wouldn't have. It's only because it's famous. Vous allez apprendre. So vous allez is you plural go. So you're going to, right? Again, aller is difficult because Italian is andare, so the N is gone, the D is gone. But apprendre is very easy because apprendere in Italian. So of all of this, if you say aujourd'hui vous allez apprendre, then someone can understand, okay, she's talking about something that needs to be learned. Exprimer, esprimere, very easy. La nécessité, la necessità, almost the same. En français, in francese. So really, of all of this, you may get aujourd'hui if you have seen or heard French spoken as one of those like bonjour, merci, aujourd'hui. These are the easy words. But if you haven't, if you're an Italian who's never been exposed to French ever, then you would not understand aujourd'hui, but you would understand learn to express need in French. So that's a big chunk of the sentence right there. Unless the pronunciation is what confuses you, and speed. Because speed, together with a pronunciation you're not used to, might make it difficult to recognize words that otherwise you would have recognized. So it does change case by case.
En français, c'est parti!
C'est parti.
En français, on a une manière bien spécifique de parler de ce qui est nécessaire.
Excellent. In French, we have a specific way. Manière. Manière doesn't sound like anything. She said manière, I didn't dream it. Yeah, manière. So this one can be difficult for an English speaker to recognize because it doesn't sound like way at all. But it does sound a little bit like manner, doesn't it? And in Italian, it's even closer because maniera, manière, maniera. It's almost identical. So, en français, in French, on a another one that is really difficult for people who are not trained. So, nous avons is how you usually learn we have. But the French sometimes are a little lazy, and so are we Italians. And so they use this other version, which is kind of impersonal. There is a way, we have a way, but it's like kind of this way exists. Una instead of nous avons. It's the same thing, kind of a third person singular just to make it conversational and easier to say. An Italian wouldn't recognize that. I know that because I remember when a French friend of mine, that we were sharing a flat in Manchester, and I was practicing my French with him, and he used it, and I'm like, what? So I didn't recognize it. But une manière bien spécifique. So a manner, good, specific. So quite specific, very specific, sure.
Manière bien spécifique de parler de ce qui est nécessaire.
To speak about that which is necessary. That's how she's kind of building it. So the building blocks are very different here. And that's why I'd say that of all the Romance languages, probably French is the one that connects with the Germanic world a little more. Not only because of their uvula sound when it comes to the R, which is almost identical, if you think about it, to the R in High German, when they say warum, right? It's very similar. But maybe sometimes a little bit the structures are kind of different to how I would do it. Not all, a lot of the time they're not. For instance, on utilise le verbe falloir. I don't recognize the verb. Even with my training, I haven't got a clue what that means. But we utilize the verb. So this one in Italian would be noi utilizziamo il verbo. And then, I don't know what that means.
On utilise le verbe falloir. La particularité de ce verbe, c'est qu'on le conjugue toujours.
So the characteristic, the particularity, la particolarità, la particularité. It's so similar de ce verbe, of this verb, c'est quand on le conjugue toujours. Okay, so it's how we conjugate it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Toujours is always. Yeah, I forgot about that one. We see, that one is an easy one to forget for an Italian, and that's why I didn't get it now. It's because it's very different. Toujours, always, in Italian is sempre, so it's closer to Spanish. Siempre, sempre, sempre in Italian, sempre. What's funny, though, is that I had never heard it because I've learned a lot of my French. I did pick it up in school, but I've learned it on the streets. So I've heard il faut all the time, but I never heard it in infinitive. So I do know the verb. It's falloir. So interesting. Okay, let's go.
Toujours avec le pronom il. Son tableau de conjugaison n'a donc qu'une seule ligne. Bizarre, non?
So there is only one. What's ligne? Line? So I did understand that she was talking about the fact that you only have one way to conjugate it. Bizarre, it's the same as English, bizarre, slightly different in pronunciation. In Italian, this would be bizzarro. We still recognize it. Interesting that she's putting a tag question. Non? Would we do that in Italian? We would say, oh no, non è vero, or oh no, pas vrai, it's kind of non è vero. Just saying non is not really something we do in Italy, but we would say, è bizzarro, è strano. We use strano more than bizzarro. Oh no.
De la, des, un peu de, beaucoup de.
Pour faire un gâteau au chocolat, il faut...
Alors, pour faire un gâteau au chocolat, il faut du beurre.
So to make a gâteau, which is, we have it in Sicily actually, funny enough. It's a very popular type of mashed potato concoction, if you will, if it's the same as it is back home, I'm not sure. But anyways, they're talking about food, and she said to make this food, we have to, and he said to do it, we have to, oh no, it's different then, completely different. Gâteau, it's, yeah, back in Sicily, it's like mashed potatoes and ham and cheese. He said you need chocolate. I didn't recognize butter. I'm reading it now. Let me see. How did he say it?
Un gâteau au chocolat, il faut...
Alors, pour faire un gâteau au chocolat, il faut du beurre.
Il faut du beurre. So you need some butter. Beurre. So would I recognize, believe it or not, it's actually closer to Italian. So I should have recognized it, but I didn't. But why do I say it's closer? Because in Italian it's burro, which is different from Spanish, because in Spanish burro is a donkey. Isn't that funny? But in Italian it's burro, and so beurre. I think, why did I not recognize it? Maybe because I had in mind the dish in Sicily.
Du beurre, de la farine,
Okay.
du chocolat, ce sera quand même bien.
La farine is the flour. That's the exact same in Italian. La farina.
J'imagine un peu de sel, potentiellement, sucre.
I think he said, I imagine a little bit of, and I don't know what he said, and then he said sucre, which is zucchero, so sugar. What is she going to teach us?
Des œufs, de la farine, du beurre, du chocolat, des framboises, du sucre.
I don't know what framboise is. Framboise. Don't recognize it. Also, I know she said eggs at the beginning, but that's a difficult one to recognize because in Italian it's uova. So it actually took me a minute, and I think the only reason why I recognize it is because I know that's how they say it. But otherwise, it's not. It's too short. It's too short. Come on, French.
Des œufs,
Des œufs. So just you're literally using 5 freaking letters to say the sound Couldn't you just put the e? It's kind of like that joke that they have about English where they say the word Q, right, is excellent because you have the letter Q and then everything else after that is just waiting in line for their turn. Q-U-E-U-E. So yeah. So what did he say? He said sel? Sel. Now that I see it written, it's salt, of course, because we say sale. But that's the thing. Sometimes that happens. Like but is ma, and in French it's me. And so in this case, salt is sale, and for them is sel. So as you see, it's closer. Italian is closer to Latin because sal. We added an e at the end because we love adding vowels. It's like wonderful. But at least we pronounce all of them. With all the vowels they added, like Christmas decorations. Sel. I did not recognize that.
J'imagine un peu de sel, potentiellement, sucre.
Potentiellement, potentialmente, sure.
des œufs, de la farine,
2 eggs, some flour,
du beurre,
some butter. I'm getting hungry.
du chocolat,
Some chocolate. That's actually a good one. To say that in Italian, I would say un po' di cioccolato. So as you can see, we need more space with Italian. They are more concise.
des framboises,
Framboise. What's framboise? Raspberries. Oh, like boise. Now it makes me think of like a bois, meaning the woods. But maybe, I mean, if it's not connected and it's just a case of linguistic coincidence, I can still use it to remember it. Framboise. What a beautiful word to learn today. Framboise. Let me tell you that in Italian, it's lampone. And that's why I didn't recognize it. Too different.
pas beaucoup. Et
Pas beaucoup is like not too much. Non troppo. Pas beaucoup. Would I recognize beaucoup? Merci beaucoup is such a famous. I think mostly if you're Italian, you're watching this. Because I'm trying to I'm second guessing myself a lot because I want to make sure that I give an accurate. But I think everyone knows beaucoup.
et un peu de sel.
Pour faire un
I still don't recognize freaking salt. They get me every time.
gâteau au chocolat, il faut
Yeah, let's change. Okay, we got it. Next.
Dans la vie, il faut profiter des choses simples. En cas de problème, il faut contacter le service client.
Mais quand il faut est suivi d'un verbe conjugué, on ajoute que avant le verbe. Et le verbe est conjugué au subjonctif.
Yeah, that was great. So she's explaining how to conjugate it. She said that you need to conjugate it for, and then you need to follow with the verb, and then in subjunctive. Grammar stuff, believe it or not, I know it's kind of difficult, even in your own language, but once you learn the meaning of like subjunctive, hypothetical, and all that kind of stuff, simple past, past present, past tense, once you understand it, then it's actually easy to recognize in not only in Romance languages, but that includes English. It kind of sounds similar. Very nice. Okay, I think we did enough for French today. I want to keep these kind of short-ish and sweet so that we can make many. And we could try different things, different accents and different cities. But let me know what other language you want me to do next. And thank you very much for watching. Au revoir.